long time. Today I'm going to show you the Buddy Baker car. As you can tell, I did the frame. It's all built up. I'm going to be doing a lot of touch-ups here and there. And as you can tell, I did the raised white lettering. Taking a break from my video gaming streams to give you this type of caption. And the steering wheel, believe it or not, actually does work. See, not bad for building up this old kind of nostalgic car. As you can tell, I kind of took a bit of a break from what I was doing. And today is going to be a live thing. And as you can tell, in front of the camera here is actually the 426 Mopar Hemi, all detailed out for the most. There's been some tweaking with the plastic. I still have a little bit of ways to go with the fan. I got the starter, the exhausts. I had these off for a while. I'm going to start doing them today in my video. And as you can tell, it's starting to come out like what it should. The radiator hoses, the fuel lines, distributor wire right all over in here, the cap, everything that you see, oil cooler, oil pan, oil filter, the whole 9 yards, and the shift linkages for the shifter. As you could tell, I used a duplicolor engine paint. Actually, it's not really well, it is duplicolor, but it's like a ceramic based engine paint, which happens to be this right here. Duplicolor engine. Well, this is a semi-gloss, but I have actually used the engine color for it. That'll be for the starter. That'll be for the starter here, which is right here. That'll be the fan, and then the exhaust tank. I saw variants, different variant versions of the exhaust, and I'm actually going to paint them steel, only because I saw different variants of what the Nascars had back in the 1960s. They usually have a black, a white, like a burnt, like a steel, but with rust. You know, like a steel rusting, but this will be no more than just a steel version. This kit has been put on hold. It was put on hold, I should say, for a while, and there was a lot of things that were going on with me in general. I'm terribly sorry that I haven't been posting a lot of any video games. I'm just kind of like taking a break from it. I had a friend of mine, my last video, a good friend of mine, wanted me to do a video to show exactly how far I gotten into the cat. And without further ado, I am going to turn the camera around so you get to see exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm a bit of a mess. Well, kinda. I'm just shit. I shouldn't say anything like that, but stuff's been kind of flown around. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's get painting on the exhaust a little bit, you know, for tonight or today. So I'm going to do this. Turn around. Now I'm just going to set the actual camera down. So you have to kind of excuse me today. Today's been kind of really a very awkward day for me. And I need to find my very old but useful paintbrush. This has been used more than once. For the exhaust, I'm actually going to show you the Model Master steel. So I think I'm going to do that. Eventually, I will be remaking more gaming videos. I've actually been playing Monster Hunter World. In case you're wondering why I haven't been streaming. Been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World. I can't really podcast it because of some ridiculous BS that could end up putting my video on that demonetized with the commercials. And I've been very tingent about about my videos. Because as of lately, I was been watching a lot of streams. One in general I was watching, it had to do with the actual the monetization. I guess is what I've been hearing. That there's like certain things are. Let's put that in my pocket. Take this off. Put that in my pocket. Taking off my jewelry because I don't feel like I want to like get anything messed up. Well, that being said, so what I'm going to do today is I'm doing the inner parts of the exhaust, and I'm going to set this big boy right over here. See if you guys want to get a better look at it. You know, a nice detailed engine. Like I said, I have to apologize as of late. There's been a lot of things going on. I had a lot of personal issues going on. I'm going to try to do as lot as I can for these videos. I'm not 100% sure exactly the air times. I know there's a lot of confusion with my air times and stuff, and I think what I'll be doing is making it more relatively known and apparent that, you know, those who have subscribed to my channel, you'll be getting notifications. Those who haven't, and who happen to watch this video today, or decide to subscribe, I will be more than happy to, you know, fill you in on all the nice little juicy tidbits here and there. But as you can tell, I've been doing a lot of painting. I'm just starting to get this painted up really nice. I'm trying to make my videos a little bit more, you know, the more fun stuff. And like I said, my video channel, this channel isn't just about, you know, me video gaming. It's about me also doing what I love to do. And as you can tell, I'm actually just doing this as a very interesting, very interesting and well-going creativity. I think at some point this week, I'll be changing the title over on my on my channel to something a little bit more maybe entertainment or being more creative. I generally don't do this, but I'm going to be kind of more, or I might just leave it as a gaming channel and a little bit of both on here, gaming and stuff that's going to be eventually taking place. But like I said, you have to kind of excuse me. It's been kind of crazy. It's cold as hell. I am a little bit upset. Not upset, but just a little bit peeved because my home team didn't win the Super Bowl last night. So that was the other thing too. I'll be honest with that whole thing. You know, as I'm painting this, and I'll explain what happened. Still using the same steel for the exhaust, by the way. So we just gently, I'll delegate it, or I'll say it very nicely that I thought the game, the Super Bowl, was a joke. Okay, so I'm a Pats fan. Big deal. So, as I'm, you know, talking to you on my video and painting with the Model Master Steel, you're probably going to see, or you're probably wondering, I shouldn't say see, but you're probably wondering, why am I painting the exhaust steel? Well, when many years ago, I had an old model kit. And my model kit, being as what it was, my old NASCAR kits, they used to tell you to paint the exhaust steel. Now, I know some of the people, you know, I'm sure some of you may tend to disagree with me on it, but that's just the way I remember when I was a kid. But then again, you know, nothing's new with the Buddy Baker kit. I mean, this kit, I mean, you can paint it the exhaust way, or do it steel or black. I generally tend to stay with the color, whatever I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it original. I have to give a big shout out to somebody on my older video that was done last year around, a few months ago. In my last video, I had an RC10T4 that was actually an old nostalgic time. It was actually Generation 1. I know I'm off the subject about my Buddy Baker car here, but I'll get into that in a little bit as I paint along. What happened is, talking about like nostalgia, I'm more me being a little bit more nostalgic, having to deal with racing and stuff like that, and going back to the RC10T4 and the Buddy Baker Nascar kit that you see in front of me, somewhat, halfway built. I've always taken a liking to racing. Back in the 80s, I used to watch a lot of NASCAR, and and on top of that, I used to watch a lot of RC racing, which to me is just wonderful. I just enjoy it. I'm not the type of person that's gonna really say very much about it. Building what I do as a passion, a hobby, where it could be video gaming, for you guys on YouTube, building my models, doing all this stuff live on my video channel, and it's always been good. And I never have issues with it. Just kind of taking the mediocre time. I guess some people might find my channel kind of boring. But to be honest with you, this channel isn't just about gaming. It's about me, painting up my Buddy Baker exhaust model kit. But I have to give a huge congrats to 8 Thoughts on YouTube, who hit up to about 100,000 subscribers, and want to congratulate him on that. I mean, I'm a long way from it, but I don't like to really talk very much about Call of Duty anymore. I mean, I'll get down to nitty gritty and I'll leave it alone at this point, because everybody's tired of seeing Call of Duty videos. Everybody's tired of videos of gamers, exposing games, overplaying it. Then by the time you actually get the actual game and you play it, it ruins the fun for you. So, where I stand as far as anything, and I'll be very brief. While we're talking about videos here, I actually been watching a lot of the old NASCAR footages on YouTube of Buddy Baker, his documentary on his race, a little bit of his documentary really on racing, and just kind of getting an idea with this kit in general here. So I can actually see how much true to the original I can get. This was being built as my way of doing it as, okay, hey, look, this is where it's going. And what I'm trying to do is captivate the Buddy Baker NASCAR as you see in front of me. So right now I can't go any further, so I'm going to stop at that point where the plastic is showing here, so I at least have something to hold on to when I do it. The same goes for all these exhausts. So I'll be continuing on very slowly. And the reason why I take my time building these model kits, this in general, is because I'm trying to make it as a very nice looking piece for upcoming. Maybe I might be auctioning it. I'm a little bit kind of sorry if I sound like really complete ass, but I just been having a lot of this type of weather gets me kind of sick. It's like at night it gets like really cold over here, and but I won't talk about it. So what I'm doing is now I got the thinner, which is actual real honest to goodness thinner. A lot of things don't, you know, some people are like, why are you using like super strong thinner, industrial strength? It's like, well, it's better than the actual model cement, really. And it helps me have a better cleaning paint streaks for this type of kit. If this kit is built, if it's, you know, when I get it all complete, it will probably end up going to a nice little auction. I am going to get a base for it. So that will probably pretty much answer the question there. Not too much. Like I said, gaming in general, as far as like my gaming goes, or my streams and stuff, I want to bring forth a few videos outside of the gaming. You know, show you the other side of how Michelle does her paintings. And, well, her hobby. So, of course, you know, right now, these aren't going to go in yet. But they're going to go in the next episode. Or I might be doing them in the next episode. But the thing is, I'm going to put it out here, you know, anybody who had missed them, just jump off the topic of my Buddy Baker car here for a second. But I don't want to give it too much of attention. But I want to say anybody who had watched the Super Bowl, who watched, you know, whoever's a Philadelphia fan or a Pats fan, whether if the Patriots lost, whether if the Eagles, see, I look at it this way, whether if the Pats lost, or the Eagles won, or had the Pats won, the Eagles lost, it doesn't matter. You know, you wanna see that as either way in the eyes of perspectives. It's like, hey, the home team kicked ass, or the home team lost. You just see it to them as they're winners in your eyes. You know what I mean? And you know, Super Bowl was kind of intense. It was very close. Me being a Pats fan in general, yes, I am a Pats fan, and so my cousin and I, well, we kind of made of a joke, or not really a joke, but it was more of a bet. And we made this bet that we would actually be doing, you know, who would actually win the bet between the Eagles and the Pats. And, well, I lost on the bet, so there wasn't no money involved, nothing like that. Just the fact that a bet. It was just a really fun bet. Nothing, no gambling, no nothing involved. So, but as you can tell, you know, my door being open, I don't think my little ghost kitty's showing up anytime soon. But as you can tell, that's what you're gonna come up with the steel, and that's pretty much it. As you know, right now it's it's just going to be underway. Got a lot of builds. This always comes in handy, but the thing is, it's so old though. See how like it's really unlined. It's not really aligned anymore. It pretty much, it's been used a lot. But, that'll be it for today on my video. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe, we'll see where I'm at, and I'll have another video showing you how I'm painting the other side, and I can start painting up the starter. I could do the starter tomorrow, but I can show you when I get it together. Same thing with the fan. I have to do some modification to it because I want to talk about it real quick. The fan on this, when they remolded the kit, they actually took the nub on it is too small. And into here, what I like about this engine, it's got the chrome parts, but into here, it's supposed to be between the gap. I'll try to move my finger a little bit, but the fan isn't supposed to sit in like that, because it, you know, I mean, let's think about that for a second. NASCAR in real life wouldn't have that problem. So I'm going to be making a special extension so I can have that fan sitting out like that. And that's a very simple project. It's one of the easiest ones to do. And the hard part is, what's confusing about doing the engines on these is the fact that the wiring diagram is so... just the way they tell you how to wire it, it's just like the funniest thing ever. So now, there's that, and, you know, I got the radiator hoses in here. I did all this in before. Actually, I'm going to do something a little different than what the instructions are saying, because, when you start putting the radiator hose in with the radiator, you want to make sure it all sits in properly and not... Oh, by the way, you have to mount everything in and then have to wrestle with everything else. So, and then one of the next videos that will be shown is that. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of the engine left, and then I can start working on the radiator and plop it in there with the motor and the radiator. Put that together as one. And, you know, and as far as like the kit itself, and I'll give you some feedback on the Buddy Baker NASCAR kit here. I'll just bring it up to light over here. So what's going to happen, the problem with this kit, the frame, the roll cage, everything, you have to play with it. A lot of it came out good, with a little bit of a tweaking here and there. There was some cutting involved, a little bit of cutting, there's a little bit of cutting, a little bit of sanding. I just actually took some regular cleaner on the tires, the sidewall, and just cleaned them up, and then did the raised lettering. When you do raised lettering now, I'm going to show you what I used. It was actually a toothpick. Just make sure you get a nice clean toothpick and some white lettering if you're going to do the raised lettering, which would be like right over here, where my finger is. Here, I'll show you even better. I'll pick up the car. So, when you do the actual lettering, use a toothpick. But use a very clean one. Don't use something like this, because it won't look right. And carefully, do it very carefully. As you can tell, and I'll give another little tour on it really quick. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. I actually, inside, right here, that little shiny part is bare metal foil. You can get for like about 10 to 12 bucks. This here was done with the Model Master, which is the Model Master wood, if I can find it. So this is Model Master. This is an acrylic paint. So when you do the acrylic paint, it's this color right here, wood, which really works out very well. You have to kind of excuse me a little bit while I'm kind of reposition the camera again. But that pretty much sums up my video. But if you happen to like this particular video and other videos that are coming out this year, start 2018, fresh new videos. Nothing of the tedious bullshit gaming thing. My next video, hopefully I can surprise you. How about that? Because in my next video I'll be able to come up with something a little bit more energetic or fun. But I'm waiting for the weather to turn out very nice out there, so I can actually do something a little bit more devious than ever. We're still in winter, obviously. It's February, it's cold, it's one of those things you don't want to be out there. So just being indoors, doing what I'm doing right now. And that's pretty much it. Until then, this is Michelle saying bye for now. And stay warm, if you're in the Northeast, or stay cool if you're out in the West Coast. And if you're in between, stay cold. But this is Michelle saying bye for now. And check me out again on either tomorrow or maybe Thursday, somewhere around there. So just check me out then. And bye for now.